Alright guys, this is like my third or fourth time trying to film this. We're going real raw and authentic for this video, so I hope that's all good with you guys. Today I want to go over something that I've really sort of looked into tonight and I've really come to some interesting sort of revelations with. I just really want to share with you guys. I really want to help you guys as well as myself through this video. So essentially, I'm going to be covering sort of bad habits, what the meaning is behind these bad habits, at least in my opinion, from what I've learned, and the best ways to sort of remind yourself that this is something you shouldn't be doing. Okay? So, I'm going to put a disclaimer, I'm not Christian or anything. I have read the Bible a little bit, but I wouldn't consider myself a Christian. But these are just some things that sort of go into sort of God and your purpose and that sort of stuff. So, whenever you get into a bad habit, right, like eating junk food, masturbation, drugs, whatever, you feel less driven. It depends on the vice, but you feel like a lesser person than you were before. You don't feel like doing the things that you would have maybe planned out to do that day. Or you just feel like giving into more quick pleasures because you've started the train, right? Especially if you have ADHD, you've started that train of quick pleasures and then you just want to keep going and going and going, right? You've sort of detached yourself from the path of delayed gratification. And for me personally, usually these urges for quick pleasures come at the end of the day when I've already done everything and that sort of stuff, which I find really interesting. I actually kind of looked into that, and it's pretty common for that to happen. But essentially, I learned something tonight that I think will really help you and also myself in turn, sort of realizing why we keep giving into these things, even though they end up worsening ourselves in the end. They end up disrupting our purpose, disrupting our lives, disrupting our happiness, and, why can't we just be that perfect person, right? And I think personally that's because of Satan. All right, Satan wants you to give in to the quick pleasure. He wants to tear you down to his level, especially if you are doing bigger and better things than ever before. He'll sort of make that desire for that quick pleasure even stronger, at least from my experience, because he wants you to wants to tear you down to his level even more. He's manipulative, right? He'll try to tell you, oh, you can just do it one more time, it's going to be okay. What does one turn into? One turns into two, two turns into three, so on and so on. Okay? It's just a breadcrumb trail that he tries to lead you on, trying to mess with your head. He's telling you just one more. Just one more. It's never one more. It always turns into way more than you would have expected, and that cycle just continues itself, right? So, addiction, this is something I tell myself and it helps me, but your addiction will kill your motivation. Your lack of motivation will kill dreams. Your lack of dreams will kill your work ethic. Your lack of work ethic will kill your willpower. And your lack of willpower will cause addiction. And the cycle repeats itself. Right? That's a cycle plenty of you are stuck in. And I've also been stuck in many times before myself. Right? And that's what Satan wants to keep you in. He wants to keep you in that cycle, that never-ending cycle. You'll never get what you want. You'll never be as close as you possibly can be to the best version of yourself, to being as one with that God-given purpose as you can be, with that kingdom of God. You're just drawing further and further away as time goes on by continuing to stay in that cycle, right? You feel chained up to it. Like you've tried so many things probably, and you just don't know why you're still stuck there, right? So the thing is with God His purpose is number one. A lot of people say God-given purpose, that sort of thing, right? If you keep giving into these pleasures, you're obviously only straying away from that. You're moving towards that Satan that wants to tear you down to his level. He wants you to be the worst version of yourself that you can possibly be, right? But God has a kingdom. Satan is taking you away from the kingdom of God, you being a part of it. Your God-given purpose. He's disrupting you. He's trying to mess with you. Correlate that to anyone in your life who has disrupted you. And I have one really in the forefront of my mind here. I'm not going to say anything in terms of specifics towards this person, but just sort of correlate that, obviously God, your purpose, correlate Satan with someone in your life who is trying to tear you down, someone who tries to manipulate you, someone who really bothers you. In real life, you would probably do everything you could in your power to not allow this person to tear you down to their level. You would do everything in your power to not allow that person to make you worse or keep you the same, because we all want to be better, I'm sure. We all want to better our mental health. We all want to better our overall well-being. We all want to better ourselves, right? These are obstacles. He is an obstacle. He is like that person in your life. He is that person in your life. That's a scenario. And if you're really grinding something out and you're really trying to do better with whatever it is, right? That can definitely sort of feeding into that manipulation. If you come home from a day of being manipulated by this person, and they really bothered you and that sort of thing, that if you let it stick in your mind, you're not going to want to do the hard work, right? You're not going to want to put in the effort to do the thing because you just feel tired. You're spiraling. You're going in that loop, like I said, with the addiction kills motivation, all that sort of stuff, right? They keep you in a loop. That's essentially the main part of this, right? No one else can get you out of that loop. It's only you who can do it, okay? That goes for any quick pleasure. Like I said, as common as junk food is, it can go down to that. It can go down to anything that you don't want to be doing in your life, that's disrupting your life. And you know that you need to take it out in order to be the best version of yourself, the person that you want to see. Okay? Right? It's harder to do when it's just yourself there's no support. But you got to realize God is there for you in that time. He's your support. He wants you. He's telling you on the other side, come to me. I have the kingdom of your purpose. Or I'm sorry. Or this is your God-given purpose. I'm God. I am your purpose. Come to my kingdom. This person is trying to tear you down. This is the good one. This is the bad one, right? This person is trying to tear you down. You have to come with me. You have to reunite with me fully, right? Because if you just say, oh, if I just do it one more time, it's okay. He's going to want to manipulate you more and more and more. He's going to want to keep that going longer and longer than it needs to be. And then you're just back in that cycle. So really the main point of this video is, if you have any bad habits or addictions in your life, most of us do to some extent, remember that. Remember that good person that wants to keep you on track, that wants you to get closer towards your ideal life, your goals, wants to see you be the best version of yourself because that makes you feel the best. The quick pleasures are going to come and go just like that. You're going to feel worse. Your life will lack overall enjoyment and fulfillment from that quick burst. It's affecting you more than you can even imagine right now. When you're on the other side of that, you'll realize it. You just have to go through this process, right? I would rather be going through the pain of short-term suffering, right? Because it's hard. It's hard. 100%. But imagine that pain of regret. 5 years, 10 years down the line, holy shit, I'm still in that same position. Who would I have been if I broke out? Who would have I been if I clinged on to that good side, that purpose, that God-given purpose? I would be in the kingdom right now, right? Doesn't matter if I'm the jester, whatever, I would be in the kingdom. I wouldn't be down there. I wouldn't have been manipulated. I wouldn't have been tore down to that level by that manipulator, right? The devil. That's how I sort of see it. So I really hope this helped you today, my friend, if you're going through anything like that. This sort of just came to me tonight, and I really want to discuss it with you guys because I think it's important. Definitely going to try to get closer with God from this point moving forward, because I think this has been really valuable for me, and I really just want to rid myself of any disruptions as much as I can, because I know I have such a strong purpose, and I just hate that feeling of not putting in the work to the best of my ability, not giving everything my 100% all. And that's a good thing, because that means that I will be the person to take the action towards fixing it and becoming the person who 100% consistently does, right? Disruptors don't have any burden on my life anymore, because in real life, I wouldn't give in to that disruption from someone else. I wouldn't be the weak one in the situation, letting them take over me, letting them have say in whatever I do. I think that should be the same for all of us. So I hope this message helped you today, my friend. Keep putting in that work towards becoming at least 1% better each and every day, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay grinding.